China has handed suspended death sentences to two former defense ministers for corruption. Wei Fenghe and Shangfu's sentences may be commuted to life imprisonment after a 2-year reprieve. Now, both were former members of China's powerful Central Military Commission, which oversees the military. Wei was convicted of accepting bribes, while Li was convicted of accepting and offering bribes. Let's go straight to Deborah Wong, joining us from Shenzhen with the latest developments. Deborah, first of all, the sentencing of both these men, former defense ministers, expected? All right, we're just going to do a repetition of that question, Deborah, if you can hear me. Was it expected, the sentencing of these two former defense ministers in China?
Well, analysts tell me that it actually is quite unexpected because it's not common for former defense ministers to receive such a heavy sentence. Now, the last high-ranking official to receive such a sentence was former Agriculture Minister Tang Renjian back in 2025. Now, think of it as a sentence just one step above life imprisonment and one step below outright execution. And the last time China executed such a high-ranking official was back in 2024. A Ho-Hot Party Secretary Li Jianping was sentenced to death over his involvement in a bribery case amounting more than nearly $470 million. As for Li Shangfu and Wei Fenghe, their sentences will be commuted to life imprisonment after a 2-year reprieve period, and there will not be any parole. But, analysts are also telling me that even if there's no outright execution, it is quite an unexpected sentence because details of their crimes are not immediately clear. All we know from the official statements is that Li Shangfu was convicted of accepting and offering bribes, while Wei Fenghe was convicted of accepting bribes. And this is quite unclear, very vague, unlike in Li Jianping's bribery case, where we actually got, the explicit amount. But it's interesting to note that when Wei and Li were expelled back in 2024, Wei's expulsion from the party also included accusations, a very harshly worded statement saying that he lost his chastity. And it's a reading that analysts say could point at him being compromised by hostile forces.
As you mentioned, details around the case rather opaque, but can we get some clarity, at least, on the direction of the larger anti-corruption drive in China?
Absolutely. It does send a signal that Chinese President Xi Jinping's anti-corruption crackdown is widening, is deepening. He's taking this very seriously. The sentencing can be read as a deterrent. Analysts are also telling me that it could also set an expectation that other high-ranking military officials, for instance, He Weidong, Miao Hua, Liu Zhenli and Zhang Youxia, they're all who are currently facing investigations right now. That same fate could befall them. Now, Mr. Xi has targeted the military in his widening corruption purge. It's not surprising because we do know that China is currently striving to modernize its military. In fact, last month, Mr. Xi just told the military that it must always stay pure as Beijing gears up for 100 years of the PLA in 2027. Now, China's new 5-year plan also includes this catchphrase, a political rectification. It's something that we will be hearing a lot of in the upcoming summits. This essentially means weeding out corruption and anti-loyalty, essentially disloyal behavior. So we can expect this campaign to continue. Jill.
CNA's Deborah Wong reporting live from Shenzhen. Thanks so much.